So for today's video, we're going to change it up a little bit and talk about the top 10 phone/text scams that will continue to affect people in 2020. In addition, we're going to give you some tips and tricks to prevent yourself from being scammed if you ever encounter one of these. And so the 10 we're going to look at is the "Can you hear me now" scam, the fake charity scam, a lottery scam, fake member in crisis scam, insurance or debt consolidation scam, fake customer service scam, the star 72 scam, the Windows tech support scam, the fake bank call scam, and the always popular IRS scam call.
Number 1.
So for the fake "Can you hear me now" scam, scammers call and ask a simple question: "Can you hear me, or is this the head of the household?" And the obvious response that most of us have is yes, 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 it is. And that's where they get you. So they're actually recording that conversation. And so they're trying to get a positive response from you, and they're going to use that audio later on down the line to give you a call from a cruise line or a home security system, a fake home security company, and say, "You've purchased our products, and here's the audio that verifies someone in your household has purchased this product and you owe us money." So that's how that scam works.
Number 2.
The fake charity scam. Unfortunately, this is one of those scams that I hate to even report on. Fake charity scams are common during a natural disaster or other tragedy. These thieves count on the goodwill of people to help. To avoid giving money to a criminal, don't make any donations to unsolicited calls. Instead, do your own research and look for sites that you trust and reputable organizations that you trust, and do it directly through the organization, through their website.
Number 3.
Third being lottery scams. So if you get a call from anyone saying you've been randomly selected to win a foreign lottery or the U.S. lottery, don't believe it. These calls are fake. And the tip-off is that the caller is asking you to pay some type of tax or some type of fee in order to collect your winnings. And so the obvious thought process is, why am I paying for something that I've won? So that should definitely be the red flag.
Number 4.
The fourth one I'm going to talk about is the family members in peril scam. Again, this is another really unfortunate one that I really don't even like to report on. This scam often targets seniors. So someone calls, calls grandma saying, "Hey, they're in trouble. Maybe they're in jail. They need money to be bailed out, or their car is broken down." And of course, grandma in this case can't quite hear you. They'll just be like, "This is your grandson or your great nephew or niece." And so she assumes it is in fact them, and they're in trouble. And, "Hey, I have bad phone reception. Can you make a payment quick? To this specific. Call this number, make a payment, or wire transfer if possible, to get me out of the trouble that I'm in."
Number 5.
Fifth one is fake customer requests. So this one doesn't affect individuals. This is really about a scam against small businesses. So every company should have proper training and safeguards in place around this type of scam. So typically there's some sort of emergency that need to be addressed immediately by the customer. The bottom line is they need money transferred for them, or there's some type of refund for a product or a service that your company offers that they demand, that needs to be recharged and refunded back to their credit card or wire transferred back to them. So that's something really hits really small businesses. Larger corporations, usually there is dedicated call center agents or dedicated phone line for the company with trained professionals. So small and medium business people need to be kind of aware of training people, and if their number does become public, that people aren't susceptible to this scam.
Number 6.
The next one I'm going to talk about is insurance and healthcare and debt scams. The number of very similar phone scams involve fraudsters trying to sell, auto warranties or debt consolidation or home loan or health insurance type information. It's best not to buy anything over the phone unless you actually initiated the call. So that's really the first red flag there. There are a lot of legitimate companies in this specific space of healthcare, insurance, and debt consolidation that are legitimate. But beware that debt consolidations offers and people posing as health insurance representatives may just be fishing for information that can just be used for later on identity theft. So this phone call itself isn't the active scam. They're looking for information and posing as a legitimate company to try to get some of that information. So again, as with things like whether bank and IRS scams we're going to talk about in a bit, Medicare, Medicaid, they're not going to actually reach out to you to get information. That just doesn't happen.
Number 7.
So next up on our list is the Star 72 scam. So most of us know the Star 69 code, which is the callback code. It's also a great song by REM, but that's a topic for another day. But Star 72 is also a legit code you can type in your phone for call forwarding. So you type in Star 72, the phone number, and that will forward your phone to this new number. Scammers will call saying they were in an accident, and give you the Star 72 code plus the number that they want you to attach to your phone. So they'll say, hey, this is John. I'm in an accident. I need some help here. Or I'm calling on behalf of a hospital. Here's the number to call to get in touch with a family member who maybe has been injured. It'll be Star 72, and then the fake phone number they want you to call. You'll type that in, and by doing that, you're enabling call forwarding to that fake number. And so scammers will do this so that they can basically do, scam. They can call each other, long distance. So it's a way to enable you to foot the bill. One scammer wants to call another scammer. It's a long distance call or something of that nature. And so they'll do that to try to get people to enable that number for call forwarding to those scam numbers.
Number 8.
The Windows tech support scam. Scammers pretend to call from Microsoft saying your computer is sending errors to them, and that they're more than happy to help you fix it. They give you a website and a tool to download. This really is about downloading malware or other types of viruses on your machine, so that once you do that, it'll attack your computer and then either grab information that you have on your computer at that moment in time or later down the line. It could install things like what are known as key loggers, where every keystroke you type, it captures and sends it to a server that the scammer has.
Number 9.
The next one is the fake bank call. So tricky, since sometimes banks or credit cards can call you for marketing purposes, but scammers will call you saying fraud has been detected on your account. They ask for your credit card number and information to verify the account information. So again, this is a little bit tricky because banks and credit cards can call you at times for certain marketing purposes. So if you get a call in terms of them asking for account numbers or credit card numbers, really go back and hang up and call the bank itself and verify, or log on to the website and make sure you get the right number to call the bank before you do any type of transaction.
Number 10.
And then the last one we're going to talk about is the infamous IRS scam call. Scammers or text messages. Scammers from the IRS will pretend to be from the IRS saying you owe them money and you're going to go to jail if you don't pay. IRS in general does not call and always provides something certified mail if you owe back taxes, or they send somebody to your house, one of the IRS agents to your house if there's an issue. So again, don't respond to any of those. So Hopefully you found these 10 interesting. Again, these can happen either as a phone call or potentially as a text message in 2020. So what should you do? What are some ways to prevent, being victims of these type of scams? Well, first is you just don't respond. If you pick up a phone, you get a phone call, hang up immediately if it doesn't sound right to you. For text messages, don't even respond to the text message. I know a lot of individuals will often try to respond with some curse words or something of that nature. Don't even do that, because doing that, you're basically sending a positive message back to the scammer to say, hey, this is a legitimate phone number. There's actually somebody on this line. And so they'll put that phone number in another list of, hey, these are legitimate phone numbers, and you could potentially ramp up the number of either phone or text scams you get. Also, there is an app out there called Mr. Number. It's available on Android. I don't believe currently it's available on iPhone yet. And this will allow you to block numbers pretty quickly that show up through this app. So if you get a fake number, you can add it to the Mr. Number app, and it will help block that number. There is the Do Not Call list, which can have some impact if you are getting calls from telemarketers. Again, telemarketers are legitimate companies, generally speaking. But if you are getting a lot of those calls from telemarketers and they're a little fishy, you can obviously try to put your number on the Do Not Call list to try to help with some of that. So hopefully you found this video useful. Thanks for watching. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, and provide comments.